Well, howdy doody toody. How you doing? Welcome to the Online Memory Afternoon from the Warm and Toasty Club. My name's John O'Casson, and this is episode 55. How's your lives? How are you keeping? How you doing? Are you well? Hope so. We're here from sunny Colchester all day long. Well, until about 2:30. And what have we got on the show today, lovely people? What we got on the show today? Well, our memory of the week, which we'll come to in a moment or two, is when you were younger, where did you eat out? So I'm kind of thinking a lot of us were poor then, we didn't have much money, and we going out to sort of eat wasn't really a big thing. But, maybe you went to a fish and chip shop, you went to the Wimpy, you went to even McDonald's if you was a little bit older. You might have had an Indian or Chinese meal. I mean, I don't think I had an Indian meal till I was in my 20s. A Chinese, I think I had it. No, Indian and a Chinese when I was about 20 odd. And I was odd. We've got the retro raffle coming up. 2 questions, 2 virtual prizes. We have some interesting facts about Elmi, who's did a little video with roving reporter Jeanette that will be coming up shortly. We've got haircut of the week / hairstyle of 2 big heads coming forth. We, of course, have got the poem of the week, and we've got a lovely guest, the rather marvellous Florrie Namir is coming up. Yes, indeed. If you watch us regularly, you know Florrie. She's fantastic. She'll be with us soon. But let me find my co-hosts. Until then, let me find my co-hosts on the screen. There's 1, there's 2. Let me bring them to the screen. There they are. Good afternoon.
Hi, everyone.
How's your lives?
Lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah, bit noisy still.
Bit noisy. Still got the builders in, Tom?
Still got the builders there. Luckily,
what are they working on?
Well, they were digging out a path today, a concrete path. So they've managed to finish that before the program, which is good because they're a big old drill thing. Yeah. That was very loud. House shaking a bit.
Have you been stuck in, concreted in since last week, and they're just letting you out now?
Yeah, my feet have been there. I stepped in it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's quick drying stuff.
Is it like Hollywood where you've put your handprints?
Yeah, but I did my feet.
Walk of Fame.
Yeah, just couldn't get out.
We have our cat did our front one.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Pigeons, cats, Toms.
Yeah.
Concrete boots, isn't that what the organised crime gangs give people?
Yes, they do. Put them in the motorways. Put them in the motorway. Put them in the motorway bridge, I think it was. Yes.
You can tell I've been watching Line of Duty, OCG, organised crime groups.
See, you know all about it. You and your abbreviations and your acronyms.
My acronyms, yeah, full of them.
You're absolutely full of them. Hiya to Karen. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Anthony. Nice to see you, Anthony. Janina. Hi, how you doing? Hiya. Are you love? And you're right. I was doing that the other day, and I just realised I always go into that silly sort of mock northern voice. For anyone who's northern, apologies. Are you love? How are you doing? All right. Don't know why when I greet people. Why is that? What's wrong with me?
I like it when I see Janina Doyle on Facebook, and she does lovely things with her family, and that makes me happy. It's nice.
Yeah, she's Mother of the Year 2020, hoping to get it in 21. She's straight at the top of the charts. She's fantastic mother, and it's great to see it, actually. She shares photos of her family, and it's nice to watch, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely.
Hi, Tom, or Thomas, whatever you prefer to be known as.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah,
Tom,
you know him, don't you, Jeanette?
I do. He's my little brother.
He's your little brother. Is he about 4 or 44?
He's quite a lot younger than me. So, yeah, probably in his teens by now.
Of quite a lot younger than you. Oh, bless him. Well, hi to him. And Jeanette, not Jeanette, Janina says, oh, thanks, you guys. Okay, we got the retro raffle for you now, folks.
Yay.
It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle, never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah, yeah. Right, there be the jingle. Here be the questions. So this week, recent weeks have been giving out badges as prizes and sending them to people. This week, Dirty Barry came round and he'd had a load of old glam rock gear that he was letting go. Well, I say letting go. He had trouble letting it go for about 40 years. But enough of his private life. But he had some items that he thought would work for us as prizes on the show. Firstly, it's actually on a man, but it's a unisex outfit, but it probably looks best on a man. You can have that outfit as one of the prizes. Yeah, and you could look really good, and it's really tight, so it'd really suit a big man, you know?
Yeah. If a lady wants to wear that, though, she could put a nice belt on it.
Yeah, I think if she put a belt on it, yeah, that would look, as long as it was sparkly, that's legal. That's legal tender. That's one of the prizes. And the other one, it can either go with the outfit as for answering the first question correctly, or you could be separate. If you just want it, these are the boots that you need to go down to Sainsbury's, Lidl, or Aldi. Or actually, if you're wearing them, it's Lidl, because they're quite upmarket, and Aldi. Aldi. Yeah, could you see yourself going down Aldi in them, Tom?
No, not really.
Let me think about that for a minute.
No, I think I'd probably kill myself before I could.
Yeah,
stepping in them would be a problem, I think.
But you're game, Jeanette, aren't you? You're game about anything.
Yeah, me, game for anything. But looking at them, I think they're not probably as dangerous as ladies' normal stilettos, because the balance between where the ball of your foot is and your heel, it's not too different, is it? So it wouldn't be like when you wear high heels and it's like that, and it's almost like standing on tiptoes. So they'd probably be all right, I think, maybe.
But I only have a pair of skate shoes, and that's the only shoes I have ever.
Skate shoes.
Yeah, those trainers.
Yeah.
I never wear
right,
just
else. Smooth soled
so
trainers.
that's it. I can't wear anything else.
You smell
and your Crocs, surely.
Up from Crocs, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't wear your Crocs on stage, though, can you?
Can you get platform Crocs?
Oh, that'd be good. If you like Crocs, Tom, pair of platform Crocs, would you wear them?
No.
Or stiletto Crocs? I don't know.
Stiletto
Boot Crocs that kind of zip up your leg. That would be interesting.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Crocs you could have like teeth, interlocking crocodile teeth.
Yeah, so it looks like your foot is being eaten by a crocodile.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I get that. No, the whole imagery is you're on it, Tom. You totally are.
Very left of centre today. I kind of like it. Right, so if I take those lovely shoes off for a minute and let me find the right picture. The first question is in relation to this picture here, and it's around the theme this week of eating out when you were younger, perhaps last week. And this one concerns the Knickerbocker Glory. You ever had one? Yeah, lovely, wimpy. Well, I certainly had one in the wimpy in the 1970s. And what I want to know from you, ladies and gentle sirs of the internet, in the early 1970s, how much did a Knickerbocker Glory cost at the Wimpy? And you have four choices. Did a Knickerbocker Glory cost A, 5p in the early 70s, B, 18p, C, 25p, or D, £1? New money.
It's quite expensive.
You
They
think
were
so?
huge, weren't they? Is it like Wagon Wheels and Mars bars have got smaller? Do you think Knickerbocker Glories used
And
to be
policemen.
really big and huge,
Yeah,
and now they're kind of like in a little glass?
yeah, it could be. It could be Wagon Wheels, Policemen, Knickerbocker Glories were massive when we were kids, and they've shrunken.
Yeah, or
I mean-
policemen as well. Yeah.
I hope you still can get them. I mean, they were fantastic, weren't they?
I went past Wimpy this morning, and it was really busy
Yeah,
in the high
it's the
street.
place.
Yeah, they've seemed to have expanded down the high street a bit. They've got about 100 tables outside now.
Oh, are they all outside
Wow.
now? Yeah,
Look at
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of people eating Knickerbocker Glories and Brown Derbies, Tom?
I think everybody had one. Yeah.
Brilliant. I love it. Let's see what the answers are. And A up to you. Duncan says, A up, Warren and Frosty Folk. No, that's our other show we do of a weekend. Hey, Duncan. He loves the garb. You could win the garb. You could win those boots, Duncan. Karen's going C, 25p. Christine's going £1. Anthony is going 18p, B. Duncan's going C, 25p. And Anthony says you can still get the Brown Derby. Did you have one last week? Did you? And was it lovely? With the sauce on. Oh, I love it. Oh. I mean, there was
That was a
competition
donut.
in my family for those over Brown Derby, Knickerbocker. Brown Derby, Knickerbocker. Sorry, Tom.
Is that with a donut, isn't it? The Brown Derby.
Yeah, I do believe it had a donut. Did you see many people on the pavement eating Brown Derbies, Tom?
Yeah, there was one there. You know, every table.
Every table had a
Yeah.
Knicker and a Derby.
Yep.
Right, shall I reward those people? You're going to have to share these boots, which I've lost off my screen, and I will go and re-find. Boots, come to Daddy. Where are you, Boots? There you are. Annette says it was a very special treat to get a Knickerbocker Glory on birthdays at Wimpy, the Wimpy in Dalston. Exactly, Annie. Exactly. That's where I grew up. Wimpy in Dalston. That's where I became a man after my first Knickerbocker Glory.
Coming of age thing.
That was my coming of age. For others, it was a Brown Derby, but for me, it was a Knickerbocker Glory with the tinned fruit that was probably old. Like the fruit was that old; it had been in that tin for 4 years, but it still tasted nice, didn't it?
That's why I didn't like Knickerbocker Glories, because of the tinned fruit. So I would go for either a banana split or a Brown Derby.
There's that, but
Derby, Derby.
what you did, because you really loved the cream and the ice cream,
Yeah,
when your
chocolate
mum,
as well.
and the chocolate sauce and the strawberry sauce, and when your mum wasn't looking, you'd get your spoon and you'd flick it. You'd flick a bit of grapefruit or old cherry onto the back of somebody else's head who had really long hair and they didn't notice it, and that's how you got away with it through the day.
And your sisters often comment on the show, and I can
Yes.
see Annette is already here.
She is.
Was it ever in Annette or Brenda's hair?
No, you wouldn't do that to family because that would be
Okay.
wrong.
Yes.
You just do it to people you didn't like the look of much. Well, the answer was, and thanks for those lovely comments there. The answer was C. The price of a Knickerbocker Glory in the early 70s was 25p. So let me see if I can find it. The answer. Where's your answers, Jono? I don't know if you can see it on the screen. A Brown Derby was 17p. And I don't know if you can see that, Karen, who's asking what Brown Derby is. Let me get my shades on, love. Oh, yes, a Brown Derby. Knickerbocker Glory, there it is in all its glory, 25p. You will win. How are we going to split this up? We'll probably have to do a raffle on these later. So what we do, we're that kind, we're all going to send you a pair through the post, and they will arrive via Royal Mail. Never. So look forward to not receiving those soon. And the next one we have for you is another question on going out eating. You can wear these pair of beautiful, I mean, they're possibly even better than the last pair.
Better colour. I like them. They
Better
go
colour.
with everything, whereas the others would only go with some outfits.
Dirty Barry said that he wore these about 4 times and he had really special nights when he wore them, and they were really good at attracting the opposite sex. So Yeah. So they're a unisex pair because they're in a really stretchable size. And they're of a material that if your feet are really small, you just put a little clamp on them and they suck back to the size that they are. Yeah, got an air vent or something in them. Space shoes. I don't know either. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time.
Do you think there's a little opening to the platform where you can keep things, so you wouldn't need to take a handbag out, and a little opening between the platform and the heel, little door perhaps, or a little drawer, and you could keep this was the 70s, so probably cigarettes or something in there. And
yeah, well, yeah,
coins.
that is true, and it was made originally for people with foot fetishes, but we don't like to talk about that, so we'll say they were for cigarettes and things like that. Here's the question. In the early 1980s, see where we jumped a period there, how much would a Big Mac burger cost to take away? Not to eat in. No, we couldn't afford that in them days. To take away. Would it be A, 47p, B, 77p, C, £1.07p, or D, 1.37? Early 80s Big Mac takeaway.
I've never had a Big Mac. I don't really like burgers, but so I wouldn't know. I don't know how much they cost now. Do they not do something for 99? No, that would be a Whopper or something. I saw an advert for 99p Whopper, although that might have been in the 80s. I don't know.
You saw that in 1993.
I know nothing about burgers.
I
have halloumi burgers at festivals. Which
you're so new age, you. I used to walk to Tottenham Court Road, was the first one I remember. We get a train or a bus to Tottenham Court Road, a bus, and then get a Big Mac, or if you didn't have much money, one of them little cheesy burger things, and I'd walk home all satisfied and feeling a bit dirty as well, because it was, it's a bit rubbish. But it was a thing. It was a thing for a while, and I'm sure it is for a lot of people now. Brenda says, I used to wear some boots like that, not quite as high. Got married in some soft brown suede ones to my knees. Ooh, wow. Get you. Yeah. Ooh, I'm just picturing that.
I'm just remembering McDonald's in the early 80s, maybe 1980. Gary Leach and I used to hang out quite a lot, and he had a van, and we used to go to gigs in London from Colchester and drive to the back of Wardour Street somewhere. And there was a car park that, because he had a van, he'd just kind of squash it in there. And we'd sleep in the back of his little Bedford van. And then in the morning, get up and go into the McDonald's and on the corner and have a wash and use the toilet and brush our teeth. Then go out and spend the day in London and go to gigs in the WAG Club when it was in Wardour Street. And things like that. That's my memories of McDonald's, using them as a bathroom.
That's so weird, because I'll tell you a true story that just, as you said it's come into my mind. I played in a band way back when, and we were supporting a band called The Farm at the Astoria in London. The Farm, yeah. And they were sort of like riding high in the top of the charts, all together now. And I had a van parked near where you're talking about, Wardour Street, and it wouldn't start. And in them days, you couldn't get somebody to come out, and it was so late at night. So I had to sleep in the van and use McDonald's loo in the morning.
There you go. Oh, we did it on purpose.
Small world. I didn't do that on purpose. Anyway, let's see what people are answering. Kim says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Kim. She's going with A, 47p for a Big Mac burger to take away in the early 80s. Brenda's going A, 47p too. Brenda also adds, I loved the wimpy bars in the 60s and the 70s. Keep those memories coming, because our memory of the week is all about where did you go to eat out. To start with, in our family, Brenda is my sister, our eating out, the closest we got to it was having a dried Vesta curry for a few years, with the raisins in was a treat when you reconstituted that. Well, it looks like not a lot of people are able to answer that, or they've gone, look at that beautiful weather out there. It's sunny and it's lovely. I'm going to go out there instead of watching this old stuff. And the answer is, we get to keep the boots. The answer is 77p. Ooh. B was the answer. Yes, we get to keep those boots, Jeanette.
Excellent. Can we take it in turns? I'll have them first week, please.
Yes. As long as you send pictures to everybody.
Are they size 5.5?
Yeah, they go to that size, no problem.
Excellent. I'll be fine then.
Karen says, "Don't forget me. I said A. Yeah, but it was B. So there's that, Karen. When you think about it."
I like her style though, Karen. You're really going for it.
She tried to sneak some boots, didn't she?
She's worth a consideration. I'd let her have them for a week.
Yeah, she can have the silver ones because we've got plenty of them. We've only got one pair of the other ones. So that's the thing. Memory of the week. Where did you go out to eat when you were younger? So I don't remember at all when we were young having takeaways and things like that.
No.
But we did used to go to the Wimpy, or I remember sort of local cafes, and also having fish and chips. But I don't really remember eating them in somewhere. They were usually takeaway. And did you go to a Wimpy, a Burney Inn, Aberdeen Steakhouse, one of those kind of things? And is there anyone who was here who, when did you have your first Indian or Chinese takeaway or meal? How about you, Jeanette Lyons, in the middle? Where are you at? You're in the middle.
And my memory is much the same as yours. We didn't eat out ever. And but there were 4 of us kids and, you know, parents, and so 6 of us, and 4 kids within 5 years of each other. We're all kind of, you know, a bit boisterous, maybe, I don't know. But I do remember the first Chinese meal. I must have been, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9, and we used to come to Colchester to visit our grandparents and stay for, you know, we're all spread out over different families, aunties' houses, and one of us here and one there. And we had this family meal at a Chinese in Walton, because I think my dad had a cousin that had a hairdresser's there, and I must have met up with her or something. But we had a Chinese in Walton, and I was such a fussy eater. I didn't eat much at all. I was really fussy. And so they were like, "Oh gosh, she's going to be a pain. She's going to be awful. Oh, the trouble bringing her out anywhere." And I ate everything. I absolutely loved it. I still do love a Chinese, or Vietnamese, or Indian, or Italian, or French.
You just love food, basically.
I do love food. Yeah.
But
that was my Chinese. That was the first meal I ever ate out, and it was lovely.
I ate Chinese for the first time when I was like quite old, and within I really enjoyed it. I had a chicken curry with rice, and within a few weeks, maybe a month or so, that restaurant was in the Hackney Gazette saying that they were serving cats in their curries and whatnot.
Oh,
and I did think to myself at the time that this chicken tastes a bit funny. And apparently local cats were going missing, or I don't know if they were bringing them in. Yeah.
I remember hearing that the French word for dog is oh no, hang on. No, what's it? No, the Chinese word for dog is chow. Is a type of Chinese dog called chow or chow.
Yeah, you chow down. You chow down.
So and they talk about chow being about eating, and chow mein. I mean, is that like?
Oh, you always thought it was cat noodle.
No, dog meat, because chow is a Chinese dog.
Oh, dog, yes.
So Chinese, yeah.
Dog noodle.
Yeah.
I don't care. I've travelled quite a bit in the world. I've eaten some unusual things, and I don't mind.
I bet you have.
I've tried dog. I've eaten horse. I've eaten kangaroo. I've eaten ostrich. It's food. We're all food, aren't we? Someone.
That's just wrong. What about you, Tom? Where did you eat out when you were younger?
Yeah, we used to eat out all the time.
Did you?
Yeah. My grandfather was really well off, and he would always take, you know, like he'd take the whole family out, really. So we used to go to quite a lot of restaurants and stuff. Yeah. And I remember you used to have a T-bone steak.
Oh.
That's what you used to have, T-bone steak and chips.
Was that in a Burney Inn?
No. I remember once we went, it was somewhere in Layer. I can't remember. There used to be not Layer, maybe Messing, like a restaurant out there somewhere, quite a fancy restaurant. He took us out there once.
I remember.
I've always,
sorry.
We've always eaten out for some reason. I don't know.
Ah, the good life.
So posh, so rich.
So posh. He is so posh. We're lucky to get him, to be honest. These days.
When I lived in lived in Spain as a child, we used to have a restaurant just up the road from us. So my mum was, when my grandfather wasn't around, of course, we never had any money. So we were really quite poor. But the restaurant up the road, which was called the Caballo Blanco, the White Horse, was run by a couple of Basque cooks. Like, and the Basque cooks are supposed to be like the best cooks in Spain. You know, they're really, really well known for their cooking. And they would always feed me.
Oh.
And they were like huge, great guys. Unlike the rest of Spain, the Basques are quite big. And yeah, and they would make you a steak sandwich.
Oh, lovely.
So that was always very nice. Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's read some comments. Anthony says, I knew it was B. Of course you did, Anthony. Well, I'm sure if you ask nicely, Jeanette will let you wear those boots for a week or two.
Only in the art centre.
Only in
Not
the
out
art
in the
centre.
street. Don't wear them out. Don't get them dirty.
Yeah, only in the art centre when Look East are filming you. with your beard, but because it's so long, nothing else but his beard. Because he's been growing it. Yeah, that'd be really good, wouldn't it? That'd be really good. He's in the boots, in his long beard, with nothing else, and that's the day that he stops doing the poetry. The art centre's open. Let's cut your beard. Oh, I forgot to have clothes on. I got my boots on, so I'm all right. Anyway, let's move on swiftly before he gives me a big slap round the face.
Stick round the ear. That's what you'll get, Jono, my lad.
Yes. Annie says she only went Wimpy. Chrissy was, I love the Wimpy, still do. Oh, Chrissy, Knickerbocker glory. Karen says, I went to Indian restaurants, Italian, Wimpy. Yes, I was lucky as a kid. I was about 8 when I had my first curry. Wow. Also, I remember KFC opening in Ealing Broadway as a kid. I thought it was amazing, my first KFC. Yeah, I remember KFC. They were nice.
They had a problem, didn't they, KFC?
Yeah, they was putting some brain food and whatnot.
They found rats, didn't they?
Oh, was it rat in my kitchen? What am I going to do?
No, in their chicken.
There's a rat in my chicken. What am I going to do?
Was it last year they ran out of chicken? Or the year before? They couldn't get any chicken. And so they were just serving the sides, which is like all about the chicken.
Just serving the rat.
That'd be like, do you remember Spud You Like? Imagine them running out of potatoes. Just at the sides.
I remember them. They were great. Who doesn't like a jacket potato? Yeah. Janina says we used to cycle out the donkey and bus out to the Donkey and Buskins pub on the way to Leia to eat on a Sunday. Woo, you're upmarket. You go to a pub for a Sunday meal. What is ever happening in this world? Lovely. Duncan said, I had my first Indian at the Raj Palace, Eastgates, Colchester, with the Wetherall family. My first culinary experience was lobster tikka masala in the 80s. Not on the menu now, unfortunately. I really like the Raj Palace. I call it North Hill.
That's where I get all my Indians from.
Yeah, I like it. Yak and Yeti are always highly recommended too.
That's where you get all your Indians from, like they're slaves or something.
Yeah, you have slave people. Jeanette, what you like? And then Duncan repeats it just to make sure we got it. And then he says, I lost my Indian. Oh no, he's repeated it 4 times there. The same thing.
He really wanted us to know that.
I don't think he has. I think that's B-Lab because I've got this show on different
It
platforms.
does that, doesn't it?
It's our system. It's not you, Duncan.
Nobody else is seeing it twice, Jono. None of the viewers.
Duncan, sorry to say that you had a reoccurring problem. It's ours.
It's funny Duncan should mention the Wetherall family because Duncan, I have a friend called Jo Wetherall, a lovely lady, and she used to be the girlfriend of my friend Gary Leach. And I think possibly at a similar time, Duncan was the boyfriend of Jo's sister. So there's these 2 sisters. And my friend Gary went out with one of them, and Duncan went out with the other one. That's
all your friends just went out with the same family, basically.
Well, the Wetheralls, they're a lovely family. I'm in the queue.
Oh, they're that good, are they?
Yeah.
Kim says, I have great memories of always eating out at the Singing Kettle. I read it wrong. I thought the Singing Nettle, that sounds a bit low market. When we went
vegetarian place, was it?
Yeah, the singing, that was the veggie version, Tom,
Yeah.
wasn't it? When we went to Walton on the Naze with Mum, Dad, and my brother and sisters. I think the cafe's still there today. I'm going to look out for the singing nettle or the singing kettle. Keith says, hi, what have I missed? Oh, Keith, you've missed so much good stuff. Keith, we want to know, did you go out to eat out when you were younger? Where did you go? Brenda, the man in Wimpy used to say to me, a bender for Brenda. I think that's a bit rude, which was a Frankfurter sausage. I suppose I ate them quite often. In the Me Too times, that just sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? We'll move on. Keith says the rat story is an urban myth, a bit like a straight banana. Don't know.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Jenny says KFC was delicious in the olden days, not like now. I haven't had a KFC for a while, but I know when my kids were younger, they were great in that you used to get a really good prize with a kids' meal. I mean, like really good prize that lasted ages. I remember my son it was a glove made of solid plastic. You put your hand in it and you pressed the button. It went, rah, and it was a dinosaur. And I think it probably had eyes that lit up or something. It lasted ages. Absolutely brilliant. I would go there again if they did dinosaur toys. Keep the memories coming in, lovely people. What have we got for you now? We have got some interesting facts about Elmy. Some interesting facts about you, what you've done in your life. Some interesting facts about you, the places you've been, the people you've seen.
I said our nodding heads.
So below Jeanette on the screen there, you'll see her face up close and personal with her hair out that day. She, as our roving reporter, went to see Elmy and had a little chat with her. I hope this comes out all right because we've had to boost the sound a little bit. So let's just play a lovely little video of Elmy. Bear with me a second. Here it comes right about now.
Well, hello, Warm and Toasty Club. This is Jeanette Lyons, roving reporter, reporting from sunny Colchester. And today we're going to ask some questions of one of our regular visitors to our online show. And this is Elmy White. Hi, Elmy. Thank you for doing this. Right, well, first of all, what is it that you like about the Warm and Toasty Club?
Oh, it's a feel-good factor. I can have not a very nice day, and you start with Jono, Jeanette and Tom and your banter, and you lot laughing. I laugh with you and I talk with you whether you can hear me or not. I just love it. I love it. Honestly, I do.
Thank you. We love having you on there, definitely. And as is our thing that we sometimes do with lovely people like yourself, is we like to ask you questions, things that are interesting about you. Have you got 3 things that our viewers might find interesting about you?
Well, I don't find it interesting, but you might find it interesting that I come from the Netherlands. At least when people say, where's she from, I can hear an accent. I'm from Holland. I've been here a long time, though. It's nice. England is nice and close to Holland, so my heart is in both places.
Excellent. Well, that's definitely interesting. Holland is... I've been there a few times, and only good things I remember of Holland. Really lovely things.
The British people, the Dutch people love the British people. It's something that goes way, way back to the war. They've never forgotten. The war graves get tended by school children. They're beautifully cared for, and there's an affinity. Dutch love the British people, and that's what you feel when you go to Holland. You will feel that.
Yes, I've definitely felt that. Definitely.
You will do. Yeah.
And have you got another thing that we might find interesting?
Well, I think so. You might have seen them walking around. I've got my dogs. My first dog, I was 5, and I think these are number 13 and 14. So I've never been without a dog. Always had dogs in my life, and they have kept me sane and saved me at times.
One is licking my hand.
Sorry, people who are viewing this, because my dog is just scared.
I didn't scare it, it just licked my fingers while I'm holding my phone.
I'm so sorry, Jeanette.
That's okay. I love them. They're great. What are their names?
The large one is Pia, she's 12, and little one is Poppy, and she'll be 14 the 27th of May. So they're quite old ladies. We're 3 old ladies together.
Well, you all look very comfortable in your beautiful garden. So this is lovely. And so that's another interesting thing about you, your affinity with dogs and English people. And is there anything else that we might find interesting?
Oh, might be. I like music, and I play a few instruments. And I've just embarked on learning a new instrument, playing the harmonica. So I've joined a Zoom group, and on Fridays, and I'm learning to play the harmonica, and it's fun. It's also, I have lung problems, and it's really, really good for my lungs.
Wow.
So I'm enjoying that as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. And what age did you take up a harmonica, if I might ask? A bit rude. 80 to start learning a new instrument.
Yes.
I think that's fantastic. I absolutely love that. I'm all about people learning new things at any time, and you're never too old to do anything, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's always good physically and mentally, because when you start something new, you have to think about it. If you do things you've done for I don't know how long, you're not thinking anymore. Anything new, you have to use your brains a bit.
Yes, and apparently it creates new neural pathways in your brain.
Oh, wow.
So it's all a good thing.
I hope the people are hearing it. I have new neural pathways.
Neuro. I'll write it down for you, don't worry. I'll translate it later. Oh, Elmi, this has been really lovely. Thank you ever so much for letting me come and ask you some questions, and for the coffee, and enjoying your lovely garden and dogs. And I look forward to seeing you on Warm and Toasty
I
show.
won't finish before I can say again how much I like it and look forward to it, and thank you all the people involved in it, because there's a lot goes on in the background. We're all seeing this afternoon and enjoying the banter and the questions and people that come, the musicians, but it's an awful lot of organising behind that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. From all of us at Warm and Toasty Club, thank you, Elmi. You're very treasured to us.
Thank you.
Oh, the wonderful Elmi. She's treasured indeed. What a lovely lady. Hi, Elmi. Thanks for taking part in that with our roving reporter, Jeanette. For anyone watching, sorry about the rustling noises. That was Jeanette taking her glam rock boots on and off at the time.
It's a heck of a racket.
Yes, but what a lovely lady. She's the thing about Elmi is, apart from the wonderful, interesting facts we found out about her, is I haven't met her in person yet. Jeanette has. She delivered a little Warm and Toasty care package to her in the last few months, but she only came to my attention and our attention by watching the show online, and it's a testament to the lovely people that are out there. So thanks for doing that, Jeanette, and thank you, Elmi. What a lovely lady.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I can assure you. I really like it. I'd like to come out and meet some more people. I did interview Duncan Boone, but the sound quality was just too bad. So I'm trying to arrange with Duncan to come and see him again. So just say when, Duncan. I will be there.
There you go, Duncan, as an invitation. Let's read a few of the comments. Few just finishing off on the eating out. Brenda says, never been to KFC, Burger King, etc., and all the other places, only McDonald's. Janina says, KFC is still the choice of today's youth. A bold statement, but one she has based on fact. We are going on Monday for my son's birthday, his choice. Happy birthday for Monday, Janina's son. I hope you have a lovely time at the KFC. Karen says, what a lovely interview. Great lady, love her dogs. Big dog, wasn't it, Jeanette? The first one.
It was really big. I was concentrating so hard on looking at Elmi. I was sat just kind of in the doorway of her conservatory on the chair and holding my phone, kind of videoing and trying not to move, make it too shaky. But I was looking at Elmi and just talking with her and listening so intently. And all of a sudden, it was like, oh, and this big dog had squeezed in this tiny gap between the door frame and my chair and was licking my hand that was holding the phone. Oh, that unnerved me. I'm not used to dogs being around.
Oh, Annie says, what a nice lady. Great interview, Jeanette. Brenda says, what a lovely interview. A very nice lady. Professionally carried out by Jeanette. Oh, professionally carried out. Check you out with your glam rock boots. Keith says, fantastic lady. Fantastic dame. Chrissy says, she is one of my friends. Love her. Ah, we now love her too, Chrissy. Say
Yes,
hello
I think
to
she
Brian,
wants to
the
come
innocent
to.
one.
Sorry,
Sorry.
to interrupt. When we start up our live shows at Enoch House again,
Yep.
Elmy would like to come to those. So that would be
Great.
nice.
Be great to see her in person, wouldn't it?
At the moment, she's doing this Zoom harmonica thing. I think that's on a Friday afternoon, and it doesn't finish until 2:00. So she has to finish that and then quickly, if she
Quickly get over
can,
to
switch
us.
over and watch us, and then see the beginning of the show on catch up later. So
Oh,
she
yeah.
might get this bit tonight.
Yeah, she'll see it later. A lot of people do that. They do it on catch up, and a lot of people listen to it like a radio show. Hi, Irene and Colin, thinking of you and others who've said it. That it's a sort of makes a great radio show too. That's not a testament to your face, Tom or Jeanette or Jono.
Great face for radio.
Great face
It's
for
been
radio.
said.
Kim says, lovely lady, really enjoyed listening to her stories and seeing her dogs. Thanks for being nice. Time's moving on. We should get our special guest on. Let me find her. If I can find her, she might be playing. Let's see. I can see her. 3, 2, 1. Can we bring her? Florrie, are you there?
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you? Where are you coming from today?
I'm streaming from Northwest London.
Northwest London. Check it out.
Yeah.
How's things going for you? Is your life okay? Are you able to get out and about? Is London under siege, or is it starting to come out now?
It's starting to come out. I went to Oxford Street. I was
Get
around just to get the vaccine, and Oxford Street was packed with people. Packed.
I bet, especially by Primark.
Yeah. Sure.
It's funny. I saw all the queues in the news the next day. It's how have they coped without buying cheap clothing through the lockdown? I'll never know. So you're going to sing 3 songs for us today, one at a time, Florrie. It's lovely to have you with us. You're always a great guest. Tell us a little about what you're going to start with, if we can ask.
I think I'm gonna start. I have 2 Beatles songs for you today and one original off of my new EP. So why don't I start with the Beatles, and then I'll play original in the middle and another Beatles song.
That sounds good, and we'll have a little chat about your new record in a little while. We'll take the lovely Tom, the beautiful Jeanette, and the okay Jono off the screen and say, ladies and gentlemen, she's here with you once again, Florrie Lamia.
Thank you. Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with a foolish grin is keeping perfectly still. But nobody wants to know him. They can see that he's just a fool, and he never gives an answer. But the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head sees the world spinning round. Well on the way, head in a cloud, the men of 1,000 voices talking perfectly loud, but nobody ever hears him or the sounds he appears to make. He never seems to notice, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head sees the world spinning round, round. Nobody seems to like him or can tell what he wants to do, and he never shows his feelings, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head sees the world spinning round. and the eyes in his head sees the world spinning round. Round and 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 round. Round and 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 round.
Yes, Florrie, that was lovely.
Thank you.
Round and around and around and around. I like that ending.
Fabulous.
You've got a lovely voice.
Thank you.
And a nice version. People saying, beautiful voice, love this song, says Karen. Chrissy says, lovely song, lovely lady, with a kiss. Janina says, beautiful, such a great song, lovely version. Anthony Roberts says, fab, great song. And Keith says, bravo.
Thank you,
I
everybody.
wish we could see your hands playing the piano, Florrie. I don't know if you're able to tilt
I
your
think I'm
camera
going
down just a little bit.
try to lower it a bit and see
Oh, that's
if
better. That's great. That's perfect. Oh, apart from we've lost the top of your head. Oh,
Yeah, Jeanette.
What is the top of my
sorry.
head?
Rather have your head in.
Let's see what
Let's
she
try
does
this.
now. It's all exciting stuff, isn't it? There,
Yeah.
that's enough. That's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So,
great.
It's
Uh,
just
lovely-
that I only see you. I don't. It's like having a phone call.
Yeah,
So I
sorry,
have no idea
Florrie.
what's coming out, but I have the computer here in front of me. So okay, now I see in delay, but
In
this is
delay,
good.
yeah. For
Piano
people-
next song.
For people at home, we're having a problem with our artist actually seeing us. We think that's a blessing, but for them, not so much so. A couple of more comments. Leah says, lovely. Annie says, great. Brenda says, lovely voice, great song. And Duncan of Bilko Boone fame says, beautiful rendition. Florrie, you're a star. We love you having you with us. We will have you with us again. We'll come and see you and have a chat with you in a little bit, in a moment or two, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you, Florrie. What a lovely, lovely lady that Florrie is.
Oh, so beautiful. Her voice, I could just listen to forever. So gentle and sweet.
Around and around, around, around. Are we? Can I just ask technical thing? Are you seeing it okay on Facebook? Because you know I don't have on Facebook while we're on thing. I just got a weird message from the company saying about your broadcast, and I don't normally get that till we're done. What are they like? They've changed their
They're
email
not going to
procedure.
shut us down again, are they?
No, don't say that. Don't even go there.
Oh.
Not
I've
before
just
we
been
do.
reminded. I've just seen my sister, and she said, "Oh, at least you're online this week." So I'd forgotten already that we weren't online
We
last
don't
week.
talk about it. We don't talk about it. That's the way it happens.
Sorry.
Here's the haircut of the week.
Get your hair cut. Get your hair cut. Lockdown's done and your hair's down to your bum. It's the haircut of the week.
Right, the haircut of this week, it's sort of like haircut slash, or should come over there, shouldn't I? Haircut. Let me just mute Florrie because she's singing in the background. It's really nice for me, but you're not hearing it. So, yeah, haircut of the week this week is kind of haircut slash hairstyle. We're starting with the Beehive. Yes, indeed, the Beehive. And bonus points for anybody who knows who the lady is in the picture. The Beehive originated as one of the variety of elaborately teased and lacquered versions of big hair developed from early page boy and bouffant styles. It was developed in 1960 by Margaret Vincy Hayes of Elmhurst, Illinois, owner of the Margaret Vincy Coiffeurs. She was the owner of the Margaret Vincy Coiffeurs in downtown Chicago, who won the National Coiffeur Championship in 1954, and who had been asked by the editors of Modern Beauty Salon magazine to design a new hairstyle that would reflect the coming decade. Whew, she had a lot of hairspray. Initially chopped down. Initially when it was first brought out, chopped down scaffolding poles were used to give it height and stay in place until it was set using 17 cans of hairspray. Those are the facts. That's what I read on the internet. That's all I can tell you.
Scaffold.
After I wrote it. Did you ever, Jeanette? Have you ever had a beehive haircut?
Not exactly. I did go to some vintage gig. I was stage managing something at a vintage thing, and the hairdresser there was kind of doing updos for people in vintage styles. And she did do something with my hair and kind of made it a bit boofed, and there was loads and loads of hair clips and loads of hairspray, and it was very weird.
Any scaffolding
Take it out
involved?
later. Not that I saw, but I didn't have a mirror while she was doing it. But it was open, in this big kind of vintage fair, so everybody else could see me. And I didn't notice any scaffolding because it would have probably rested on my shoulders, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
But
or they
no.
would probably just have rested it above because the lock would just lock it and it'd be slightly above.
But mine wasn't as high as that lady, who I don't know who that is, but it was not that high. I don't
Is
have
it-
enough hair.
Is it Priscilla Presley?
No, good guess, but it's not. Tom, you must have had a beehive in your time.
I did have a few, but I had proper beehives. I actually just used them as a hat.
They had a lovely movement about them.
Yeah. My mum used to have a very good beehive. Actually, I should get a photo.
Yes.
You
That'd be
should,
great.
yeah, that would be great to see. I don't know if my mum had one. I kind of think my older sister, might have had a version, excursion. Brenda thinks that the picture looks like Jeanette.
Does it?
Chrissy says, "Is it Helen Shapiro?" No. My other sister, Annie, she's got it right. She says, "I think it's Dolly Parton."
Yeah.
It is Dolly Parton.
I would
And-
never have known that.
And Karen says, "Is that Jeanette in the picture?" On that side, she's down there. She's down there, not over there. Over. No, I can't never do those things upside
I do
down.
buns and space buns and plaits.
Yes.
Not
So that-
beehives.
That's your first haircut or hairstyle of the week to judge on. It goes against. Let me get Dolly off. Dolly, just pop off for there. Love is like a butterfly. See you in a minute. The bob. If you've not heard us, watched us before, two contrasting things are. I've lost all of my words. Earlier in the year, I lost my words, and it's happened again today. And I went to the doctor and I said, "Look, I've lost some of my words. What do I do about it? Just carry on. Like, it looks professional if you just keep going." The next hairstyle is a
That on
bob.
prescription.
No prescription,
No.
just restriction. In 1909, Antoine de Paris, a Polish hairdresser with that name, think about it, Antoine de Paris, come on, became the
Made up
world's
name.
first celebrity hairdresser, started a fashion for a short bob cut, which was inspired by that old war hero, Joan of Arc. Early on, when women wanted to, I can't even read that word, emulate that look, they couldn't just walk into a beauty salon and ask the hairdresser to cut off their hair into that blunt just below their ears style. Many hairdressers flat out refused to perform the shocking and highly controversial request. Outrageous. This is different times, isn't it? And some didn't know how to do it since they'd only ever used their shears on long hair. Woo! Instead of being deterred, the flapper waved off. Flapper? Where's that? That's outrageous calling her that. Waved off those rejections and headed to the barber shop for the do. The barbers complied. I went to the doctor earlier in the year. I had a bit of problems talking. The 1960s onwards saw a big revival of the bob haircut via fashion designers, models, and pop stars. The revelations that Bob Carroll Gees, the comedian and puppet master of Spit the Dog, was the person the haircut was named after were discounted by experts in the 1980s when it was shockingly discovered that he was only born in 1948. So it couldn't have been he was in charge of the bob or named after him. Tom, I'm going to go to you because I think you're a man who probably had a few bob in your time.
No.
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 Tom,
No,
if you think
my
about it,
daughter-
it's a bit like a bowl cut as well.
My daughter had a bob when she was young, though. I might be able to get a picture of that. Actually.
You say that every time. Every time something
I could
comes
nip
up.
next door. I think there's one next door.
What, a person with a bob or a photo?
Yeah, a photo.
Oh well, if we get a break, then yeah, that would be
Oh,
lovely.
yeah. So personally, no. But
Yeah, I've never had a beehive or a bob, though I did
Yeah.
have a bowl cut. You know, when they did the bowl around your head and cut around it. I did have one of them that looked a bit like a dodgy bob. How
that's
about
not
you,
really-
Jeanette? Have
it's
you had
not
one?
really a bob, is it? Though.
It's not really a bob; it's the bowl.
Yeah.
I had a bob several times, I think, because I always like to have a fringe. I think it's to do with face shape, and I've got a particularly long, thin face, and
Wow.
so a bob having a fringe kind of breaks up the longness of my face, and a bob was kind of quite good when my hair was a little bit thicker, maybe. And now my hair is so see-through and thin that I can't do that because I just can't keep it up. But I did have one when Neve was born, and she's 21. So I think my first haircut after pregnancy was a really nice ginger bob.
I'll give you some of my special shampoo, and that'll sort you right out.
Really make
Thicken
it
up.
big.
Yeah, make it big, and you will be able to do a mock-up of Total Eclipse of the Heart with Bonnie Tyler for sure. For sure. Does anybody else have had a beehive or a bob? Let's have a look at what people are saying. They keep going on about, is that Jeanette in the picture? That one is not Jeanette. Somebody did say separated at birth, Dolly and Jeanette, says Annie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not so well endowed as her either.
Yeah, but you look similar. You look similar. That's all that matters. My mum apparently had a bun for years. And Brenda says, never had a beehive, just fashionable when I was at school. Ooh, get you. Jenny says, some girls I knew had beehives, but not as big as that. They slept in them and in the morning just sprayed it again. Ooh. I once went out in a car and I'd put a little bit of hair gel or maybe a bit of spray on my hair and went in an open top Triumph Dolomite or something down to my friends in Brixton. And I came back and my hair was like, it was hard and it was all out really high. It was the nearest I got to a beehive. Karen says, love the bob. I might get a long bob on Monday. Does he know? Does he know about it? Annie says, separated at birth. Oh, I've done that one. Chrissy says, I've just had one of these cuts. But what one, Chrissy? What
A
one?
beehive?
You've just had a beehive. Brenda
Send us
says,
photos, Chrissy. We need
yes,
to
we
see.
want photos. Brenda
Maybe
says, I've had,
Brian.
and as Brian's had a beehive.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chrissy's
Brian would
had-
look great in a beehive. wouldn't he?
Chrissy's had the bob, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian on the beehive, Chrissy on the bob. Brenda also had bob haircuts when she was young. And Annie says, talking of bobs, do you remember Bob a Job that the Cubs, I think, did? Yeah, Bob a Job. Yeah, I remember him. Christine had a bob. It's been confirmed. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you prefer as your hairstyle of the week? Are you going to go for the picture on the screen of the bob? Or are you going to go for the picture on the screen of a beehive? Tell us what you think. Vote now.
Ready
Jeanette
to-
will count them-
Yeah,
Jeanette
I'm
will
going
count
to
them
count
up.
your votes. I'm going to write them down. I might put my glasses on for that.
As you vote, we're going to go over to Flory. And she's on a delay, so she'll get to us in a few minutes. Let's ask Flory. Where is she? There she is. Hi again, Flory.
Hi.
Have you ever had in your young life a bob haircut or a beehive haircut?
Bob.
I thought so. Very nice it looks too. Have you had other hairstyles, or are you a long-term bob lover?
Bob lover.
You're a bob lover. So tell us, Flory, about your you got a new record. Is it coming out? Is it finished? What's happening? Tell us how it's coming on.
It's 2/3 of the way.
Right.
It's off to mix and mastering,
Beautiful.
and I have album art left and promotion and what else? CD duplication. So it's almost there.
Do you have a period of time when it will be coming out? Have you set a release date yet?
June 25th will
Ooh.
definitely be the first single of this EP. And this EP is gonna have 5 songs. So the first one will be released by June 25th. And I'm actually launching a crowdfunding campaign for it, and anytime now. And all the details are going to be on my Facebook artist page, Flori Namir, if anybody wants to check it out.
Oh yeah, maybe Tom can get your artist page on Facebook up, and we'll put it as you're singing your next song. The next song you said you was going to do an original one. Is that going to be from the
Yeah,
EP?
so this song is called Piece of My Soul, and it's going to be part of the EP with a full production and saxophones.
Saxophones?
Yeah.
Crazy. Is it? What's the name of the EP going to be called?
I'm
Ooh.
still considering names.
Right, okay.
Thinking of calling it I Wanna Be in Love, but it's kind of a working title, so we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exciting for us to know. And we're getting a sneak peek of one of the songs from the EP. Wow, 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 wow. So let's check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, she's back. She's rather good, and she's got a new EP coming. Check out her Facebook page, Flori Namir.
She's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay. She's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay with me. If only I would kiss her. I remember us holding hands in silence, strolling narrow streets. Nothing in the world existed but each other. My heart was falling deep. I remember what a wonderful time we spent before we said goodnight. She's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay. She's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay. Oh, she's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay with me until the morning flows in. Oh, let's keep this magic going until both of us will drop asleep. I remember us sitting on a fountain. Clouds were moving fast, fast. I remember us looking at each other. Our time was running out. I remember what a wonderful time we spent before we said goodnight. She's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay. She's got a piece of my soul, and I know I can make her stay. Oh, oh, she's got a piece of my soul, and it was gone with her that day. She left behind an open question now, and I don't mind if she doesn't let me know. I'll keep what I've got from her, what I've got from her. I'll keep what I've got from her. And she's got a piece of my soul. Ooh, she's got a piece of my soul. Piece of my soul.
Well played, Elmi. That's a lovely song.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing the full version.
Thanks. Yeah, it feels so strange to play it all of a sudden acoustic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have all the sounds in my head. I want everybody to hear it too.
Yeah, well, we look forward to that. Any videos coming too?
Well, if I can raise enough money in this crowdfunding campaign that I'm doing,
Of course.
yes, there will be a video.
Oh, I hope you do. You're such a lovely lady, and you deserve good things to happen to you.
Oh, thank you.
We're lucky to have you on the show. We're going to move on. We've got some more stuff coming up, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes. Flory Namir, everybody. Great song, great lady. Just a couple of messages or a couple of Elmi's made it. Better late than never. Just get 30 minutes with you. Elmi, people loved your video. They love you. They love you up. You're going to get stopped in the street now all the time. Are you that Elmi from the television on the internet? Annie says, hi, Elmi. It was lovely listening to your interview with Jeanette. I always see your name on the comments, so it's nice to actually meet you on film. And I loved your gorgeous dogs. 3 kisses. That's my family. 3 kisses. I mean, you can't go back from that now, Annie. 3 kisses.
You don't get 3 kisses.
I don't get 3 kisses. I mean, I normally get 2 at a push. You know what I mean? Elmi says, thank you to Annie. Karen says, oh, wow. Thank you again, Flory. Such a beautiful song yet again. 3 kisses. What is going on with this 3 kisses business?
Flory is a very popular lady, and
She is very
deservedly so.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking her getting those kisses, but people just need to think about it. Are they going to be able to come back with 1 kiss in the future? Kim's got it right. She says, beautiful song, Flory, 1 kiss. It says it all. It says it all. It's not mean, as I've been told, to just do 1 kiss. Annie says, such a beautiful voice. Lovely, says Janina. Thank you, says Elmi White. 3 kisses. Think on. And he's laughing. There we go. Anyway, it is time. Flo will be back with 1 more song, so that'll be good. It's time for Poem of the Week.
No. Sorry, Jono. Sorry.
No, it's not.
Oh, nearly every week you're making me do this, aren't you? You make me think like such a baddie, having to stop you and put my hand of superiority up.
I went to the doctor's earlier in the week, and I said to him, Doctor, I'm losing my words and I'm getting all mixed up.
Jeanette, sorry. Give us the answers to who is the haircut of the week.
Who? What? Which?
Oh my God.
Look, absolute whitewash.
Was it
So
really?
nobody likes a beehive.
Oh, nobody likes it. I thought I saw 1 comment for Beehive.
I didn't. I think they might have commented on it, but I didn't see any likes for it. So any votes?
Bob wins. There it is. Bob. Have a quick look at it.
I shall have a word with my sister. My sister's having lunch on the sofa as we speak. A lovely salad that I made for her, and she's there sporting a bob, looking like a more beautiful, if that's possible, Dawn French.
Okay.
Like a dark bob.
Oh, Bob, another Bob lover.
Yeah.
I just really need to stop talking and get out of the way today because I just lost it.
Jingle time.
It's jingle time. It's Poem of the Week.
It's Poem of the Week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's Poem of the Week. And it's always
Magnifique. Cut it off. I don't mind that. So the last couple of weeks we've been quite cultured, and I'm going to continue that a little bit because I quite like that, and I think you quite liked it too. So this week, from my lovely book, I'm going to read something from Elizabeth Barrett Browning. So it's a couple of 100 years old or more, and it's it's a sonnet from the Portuguese. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being and ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs, and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seemed to lose. With my lost saints, I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God chose, I shall but love thee better after death. That was Sonnet from the Portuguese by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Thank you, Jeanette. Great as always. I didn't hear it all. I was crying into my cornflakes because I've lost
Well, I
my
missed
way.
one. I fluffed one little bit, but
No, you
nobody
didn't.
minds.
I didn't. I weren't going to come in. Stop, Jeanette. Stop. You said a bit wrong. Look. No, that was lovely. Love it as usual. Well spoken. One kiss.
Thank you. Only one. Wow.
Only one. Elise says, "Hi everyone. You are sending me off to work, to my work day via Zoom meeting. Thanks for brightening my day." Oh, thanks for being with us all the way from America. Hope you have a lovely day and a lovely weekend. As all
Quentin's all right as well.
Yeah, hope the family are well and you have a super weekend. Elmy of Elmy White fame says, "Lovely poem, read out beautifully. Thanks, Jeanette. 3 kisses."
I can't get enough kisses. Everybody knows that.
Brenda says, "I love that poem. Well read, Jeanette." Jenny says, Jenny Lithgow, the former queen, the reinstated queen of the retro raffle scene, says, "Well read, Jeanette." And Kim, the lovely Kim, says, "Beautifully read, Jeanette. Lovely poem. 1 kiss. That's all you need. It's not very mean."
Thank you for all the lovely comments about the poems that I read out. And they're just poems that I like. And if there's any that you would prefer me to read, or particularly if they rhyme, do send in suggestions. I'm quite happy to read your choices as well as mine.
I have on my sort of script, my prompts, in capital letters, Jeanette's poem of the week, capital letters, play jingle. I always just get it in the wrong place. I either don't play the jingle or I start talking about something else.
Can you put in capital letters before play the jingle? Results of the week item. That might help. Just put that in there before poem.
I'm going to do that now. This is something, you know, it's a learning curve, isn't it? After all these years,
we could phone you up.
Yeah.
Cool.
While you're on air. Hi.
Yeah, before that bit.
Would you answer your phone if it rang now?
Stop. Don't forget the results.
Sorry. Yeah, I've written it in capital letters with 4 exclamation marks. I'm a bit worried that might be too many, and I've got to go back to 1 exclamation mark.
Well, they're not kisses, are they? They're exclamation marks.
They're not kisses. They are exclamation marks. And
you'll be fine.
You know, I'm one of those funny people. If somebody comes on the telly and says, "I gave it 500%," I'm there like, I'm thinking, well, that's impossible for start. You know, because they do it on them shows, don't they? Talent shows. "I gave that 150%. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You could have given it 100% at a push. But so, yeah, there we are with kisses. Lovely poem. Sorry, missed poem, says Annie. Someone was at the door. I hope it was a nice call. Let's get Florrie back. Is it okay to get Florrie back now? Yeah, let's get Florrie
absolutely.
back.
Go ahead, Jono. You're
Go
okay.
ahead. Thank you, Jeanette.
Stop.
Stop. You just ignore Tom.
Florrie. There you are. So what have you got planned for the weekend? Anything special? We're asking about your personal life. You don't have to tell us.
For the weekend, well, I have a little boy. He's 1.5 years old. And is a little sick, so I hope it's gonna be okay. If he will, then maybe we'll go for a walk. And if it's a nice
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay. It's life.
Yeah, as a parent, I understand. Well, we're all parents. Shut up. Not you, Florrie. Or Jeanette or Tom. I left it running. I'm having a bad week. I'll be seeking counselling after this. But luckily, we've got the soothing sounds of Florrie Namir to come once again. People love you, Florrie. You're really well received on the
Thank you.
show.
I love playing for people, and I love seeing people. So I hope we will all go out to live shows soon.
Yeah, so do I. So we hope summer onwards things are going to be some kind of normal. Yeah, so let's get you to sing again. We should stop waffling. I'm no good at it. Tom, if you could put the Facebook link up on this one, that'd be really great. Please, kind sir, let us get out of your way. Let us welcome once again the wonderful Flori Namia.
Thank you. And so this is a song I assume most of you know, so please join me. Let's do a big sing-along together. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can say that can't be said. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Da, 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 ba, da, ba, da, di, 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 love. Do, 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 do. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't where you meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. Ba, 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 ba. All you need is love. Ba, 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 ba. All you need is love. Love. Love is all. One more time. All you need is love. Ba, 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 ba. All you need is love. Ba, 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 ba. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love, love, love.
Oh, lovely, Flori. Thank you very much. To anyone watching, sorry, we had a slight drop out of a couple of seconds, I think. Hopefully, it was just a couple of seconds. It looked like that here in the middle, but she was back in a lovely red jumper and a lovely personality and great voice too. I felt that. I felt people were singing along. You're part of it when people say, great show, must go out, love to you all, 3 kisses, and that goes to all of us. Karen says, thank you for uplifting my day, guys, 3 kisses. Karen also says, Flori, thank you, absolutely brill, 3 kisses. Kim says, we're singing along, lovely song and beautifully relaxing voice, Flori. 1 kiss, 1 kiss is all you need. Da, 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 da. 1 kiss is all you need. 1 kiss is all you need. Matthew Crampton, one of our regular artists, nice to see you, Matthew, said that was lovely, thanks. 2 kisses and an M. I don't know, that might be a smiley on Facebook. I'm not sure what that means.
I think it means Matthew.
Oh, it means Matthew. I tell you what, my brain is not with me today. It really isn't. Actually,
Thank you for interpreting, Flori.
Yeah, thank
That's
you,
very
Flori.
helpful.
It's not with me most days. Applause from Elmi, and Karen says me too. Oh, and Jenny says beautifully sung. Thank you, Flori. What would be really nice is when we come back is to have you come down. Hopefully, we can get you down from London to play at one of our memory afternoons in person events rather than online events. That'd be really nice.
That would be great.
Let's get back and let's get Florrie down, ladies and gentlemen. She's been a wonderful guest. Every time she's with us, she does really good, and people love her so much. And they show that in the comments. So thank you very much for being with us today, Florrie.
Thank you. Thank you so
We'll
much.
see you again in a few months. I'm sure you're booked in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deserved. Thanks very much.
Bye,
We'll see you
everybody.
on the other side. Thanks, Florrie.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Lovely to have Florrie on the show. That's us. That's our show. Is there anything else, Jeanette? Anything else?
No, I think we have gone through everything. We haven't talked to people about how they're going with their vaccinations this week. I only mentioned that because I had my second one yesterday. So I'm all good to go. And I shall go and pick up my motorbike and have a big old spin around in excitement before the side effects hit me tomorrow.
Oh, no side effects yet.
No, it's always a couple of days after, isn't it? Last time, I was a bit ill.
What one
But,
do you have? Astra?
the Vauxhall Astra.
Vauxhall Astra. Oh, that's usually the same night. It was the same night here.
No, last time it was, I think I had it on a Tuesday evening and I got ill Thursday, Friday. So, I'm kind of not having any plans set in stone for this weekend.
Probably wise. Me and
Yeah.
Tom are very young, so we've not had ours yet.
No, I am very, very old.
You are.
Oh, bless you. Thanks all for being with us.
Heard. Yeah.
Yes. She's lovely. She's lovely. Is that Jeanette Lyons?
Doesn't
thanks
matter.
for-
It's just a number. It's just a number. We
It's-
all know that, don't we? Age is irrelevant.
Absolutely. How you feel or who you feel.
What about our Elmi taking up mouth organ, a harmonica, aged 80?
Amazing.
Honestly, I said earlier about learning to ride a motorbike in my 50s, but that is something else. She's an amazing lady, and it just shows that it's never too late for anything.
Never too late. Reminded me of Betty.
Age is just a number.
Reminded me of Betty learning Chinese, I think, in her 70s.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go for it. Go
fantastic.
for
I
it.
love that. So
Embrace
it doesn't matter
life.
how old I am, Tom.
No, well, you can learn the harmonica in your 90s as you are now.
Oh, this is what I
Thanks.
need. People talk about how many kisses. This is why I need them.
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Kisses all over the place from me. Yeah.
Ah, we better get off. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next week. Thanks for the National Lottery Community Fund for supporting our work. And thanks all of you for being with us and being part of the community and keeping all of us connected. It means so much to us. We send you love. We send you wishes for a good week. And we'll see you next Friday, Jono, at 1 o'clock. We'll be back. See you then. Bye-bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so. But putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3. Wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our Sunday